we're gonna cry a river about, oh, they threw something at an athlete, and oh my God, it's proof of racism.
Oh no,
And
I
the,
don't think that is. I'm saying, do you know when they were saying you and I are about the same age, so we grew up in an era where you would go to an arena. I grew up here in Atlanta. We would play this school called Brookwood. The players would call you nigger as you were dribbling, and you just had to take it. Our white coach told us, do not get a technical because of what somebody says. Now, I agreed with him, though, because I realized, I said, what if I call somebody a punk? What if I call somebody ugly? Aren't these words that this person is using to try to get into my head so they can be, to get me off so they can win the game? So I'm not going to say a racist comment is worse than him saying I suck, him saying my mama ugly. All these comments are disses. So why is it that there's this one special diss that no one can cross? Like, I can be in front of a white person and say, leave me alone, white boy. And he say, shut up, black boy. And we all say, he's racist. But what about what you said to him? So I'm with you on that. I don't cry racism like that. What I'm saying is, though, the people who are doing things, no matter what it is, they believe those athletes should allow it to happen because they're making money.
There's a kernel of truth in what you're saying, but let's don't forget the history of athletics, and that the word fan is short for fanatic, and that fanaticism is what drives all of this. The buying of the jerseys, the season tickets. So there's an emotion that sports wants to tap into. They want to make you fanatical. Then you go into the arena or stadium and they liquor you up.
Ooh.
They sell you liquor into this fanatical situation. And so people, and this is long before blacks were dominant in football and basketball. You could, because this in the past couple of days, I've been researching this. The incidents of people throwing batteries and beer bottles in baseball stadiums at white baseball players, boxers going into the ring, white and black, things being thrown at them. This has been commonplace. People shout. Look, Charles Barkley spit on a white child. Charles Barkley spit on a white child. Charles Barkley, someone I consider a dear friend and a great person. We were able to forgive Charles Barkley. He threw a fan through a plate glass window. We were able to forgive Charles Barkley, and he was allowed to continue on. I'm looking at all these athletes sitting up on TV, and I'm looking at all these groupie sports broadcasters and journalists who all they want to do is cape up for athletes, pretend like, oh my God, what these fans did is unforgivable. They must be banned for life. They're terrible. They're the worst human beings on the planet. There's a pandemic going on of fans attacking athletes, and it's all coming from racism. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
I agree.
This is what's been going. You create a fanatical environment inside a stadium or arena, pour some liquor on the situation, and fans do dumb shit to white and black athletes. It's been going on for 100 years. We acting like it's brand new because of Twitter and Black Lives Matter, and there's some clout to be chased by playing the race card and saying, oh, look how bad this is. This is why I'm a supporter of Kwame Brown, because what he keeps pointing out is y'all won't come anywhere near the truth. This is a dishonest brand of media we got that's all about protecting. He calls it the go along, get along gang. It's just about protecting the elites. These athletes now are worth $100, $200, $300 million. These groupie ass sports writers and broadcasters don't want to get crossways with them because the athletes have the power. It's all just protection of the elites. And let's shit on the fans who paid that money, buy the jerseys, buy the tickets, and come into the fanatical situation and drink beer and occasionally do dumb shit.
But isn't that kind of what's going on now? Because like I said, I made a comment about a personal situation I have with a person. A month ago, there wasn't 200,000 people following this person. There wasn't 200,000 people interested in this person's story. There wasn't 200,000 people. I dwarfed his following. But then it flipped within weeks. These people who I do not know decided to jump on because this is the popular guy, same with the Kevin Samuels. The popular guy must be protected. That is, by logic, the elite. If we say we must protect the popular person, not the message, because if they got the message from somebody that's not as big as them, but they get popular, and we say, well, we must protect the guy, but there was the message. The message came from there. Why would the person still exist? There's a reason why at least white people have a reverence for their history, their past. That's why they have a basketball Hall of Fame. That's why they want you to know where this came from. I watched Joe Rogan bring on a man who was technically a third rail because he said he got a lot of what he got from him. So even though everybody was going after him, he brought him on his show to let you know. What was it? I forgot his name. Why did I lose his name that fast? You know, the crazy guy.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, he brought him on to say, hey, look, I got a lot from him. They do that with each other. But us, it doesn't matter.
Why do you think Kwame's not going to do that?
No. Well, here's the thing. When the thing changes, like even there was not even him or the other one, all this stuff you're doing, you simply came on here and gave me an hour of your time. Judge Joe Brown give me any time I want him to come on the show, he comes on the show. As men, do you know how powerful it looks when they show that you're not just one person? But what happens is when we grow, we become one person. I brought Kwame Brown on my show because I said his story needs to get out. He was a fan of my show, and I kept looking at. He was like, "Oh man, I'm listening to your show," and so I would respond to his emails. I said, "Let me bring you on the show," because there's a misconception about actually what a bust is. And I said, what you should do is explain to them, how can you call a decade in a sport a bust? I may not have been what you wanted me to be, but you cannot call me a bust when I've done something that only 1% of people on the planet can do, and I did it for over a decade. But we spend so much time trying to judge people on, like you stated, popularity, number, all this stuff. If he's got enough money, we must protect him. If he's got enough followers, we must protect him. But what were you doing to the people who are smaller that give the same message? They don't need to be protected because they're smaller? Or do we not need to have this guy and all these people working together? If you are in danger and he's in danger, why wouldn't y'all come out and say you're in danger?